Hello, friends. Happy Friday. Thank you for stopping by my channel again. It's time for another Friday Fun Day. And I have got a Halloween card today. Halloween! Okay, so I have got a piece of white cardstock here that measures 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to do a little ink blending and stamping. Let's do some stamping to get started. And I am going to be stamping this moon from the To the Moon stamp set from Stampin' Up. This is a photopolymer stamp set. And I've already got the moon loaded up here into my Misty. So let me fix that. Okay, so let's see here. I think what I will do is put a little piece of double-sided tape there. Just to keep my paper in place without having to use the magnets. And let me put it here where I want it. I don't want it right in the middle. I kind of want it more up to a little higher up. So we'll go with that. Let's see if it sticks. These magnets could be a little stronger, I think. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to ink that up with a gray, and I'm going to use Smoky Slate, which is a lighter gray color from Stampin' Up. Okay, so thanks for joining me, and if you are watching live and you would like to say hello, pop onto the chat and tell me hi. All right, let's see how this works out here. Let me get my eraser. All right, that's good enough. I like that. Let me pull it off of that. And the tape stuck to my paper. So I'm going to be hashtagging this video with hashtag, I believe it is Freaky Friday Creations. And that hashtag is started by Susan Tootsie Tucker here on YouTube. And I will be linking her channel below so that you can go check her channel out. She is really fun, and she makes all kinds of cool things. And I just wanted to play along on her hashtag. Okay, so what I did was I stamped that moon again on a piece of just, really super thin paper to create a mask. And when I cut it out, I cut it just a little tiny bit smaller than the circumference of the moon there. Because when you are creating something that you want in the background and you're doing masking, if you go clear to the edge, your chances of having like a white line appear around it when you peel your mask off is greater. So I always like to cut just inside the line a little bit. So let me get this on there. Oh, and also on the paper, after I cut it out to get it to stick down, I used, where's my glue here? I've had this forever. This is Bonding Memories. It's a two-way glue. So if you use it while it's wet, it glues down and sticks. If you put it on and let it dry, then it creates like sticky note, and you can use it, pull it back off, use it, so it doesn't permanently glue down. So that is what I did. Okay, so I've got that on there. Now I want to do some ink blending, and I am going to be using 4 different colors here of distress ink. So I've got old paper, broken china, seedless preserves. I've got the little sponges velcroed onto the bottom so they don't want to move around very good, and dusty concord. And I'm going to be starting with old paper. Okay, so the reason I am starting with this strange color is because I want to create that kind of halo around the moon. So I'm just going to be coming in with this color, and hopefully, actually I'm going to start and go out from the top of my mask instead of coming in this way, because I don't need it on the outside edges. I really just kind of want it around the moon, and I don't know if you can even, yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit. It's a really light color. It's kind of a dirty, dirty white, I'd say. Well, old paper is what it's called, so I think it's probably the right shade that it's supposed to be for its name. And honestly, I think I like my blending brushes way better than I like these sponge things. But since I have them all attached to the bottoms of my distress ink pads, and that the color is, you know, each one has their own. So it kind of just makes it easier when I'm using my distress inks sometimes to go ahead and just use the little sponge pads. Okay, so I think I have enough of that on there. Now I'm going to move on to broken china. And this one I am going to come out from the outside edge. Oopsie, look what I did. That's because I didn't start off enough, but it's okay. It will all work out in the end. I should probably have my my craft mat under there, and that would be a whole lot easier than working off of this paper. It would make it a smoother. Let me see if it's right here where I can grab it. Oh, I'm not seeing it, so yeah, I should have been using that, but that's okay. That's why I like the brushes, because they just blend easier. They don't leave all the funny marks and stuff like these little pads do. But like I said, it will all work out in the end. Let me turn it around to the other side and maybe I won't get those weird lines. They have, is it scrapbook.com that has those kind of dome-shaped round ones. And people are liking those a lot too, the little foam pads. So the point of all this is building up the color, and I'm just going to be making a spooky night sky that has a funny mark right there. But like I said, it will all work out in the end. Okay. All right, I'm going to take 1 second to see if I see that mat. I don't know what I did with it. Obviously, I don't use it enough, and that is why I'm not finding it. So I'll have to go looking for it when I get done with my video here, so that next time I will know right where it is. Okay, so I'm moving on now to seedless preserves. Let's see if I can do this without getting any weird squares or triangles or rectangles from my sponge. Can you see the blue still shining through? It just makes this fun layer of colors. You also have to get the pressure right, and so I think I was kind of pushing down too hard in the beginning. My bracelets are jingling. Okay, that's going to drive me nuts. There we go. We'll see how dark I get this if I want to bring in some black at the end, but I don't think so. I think we'll be okay. I love the swishes of blue through there, except for that one. It's a really pretty color, I think, the seedless preserves. All right, I think I'm good with that. Can you see the glow of the moon there? All right, so now I'm going to do Dusty Concord. And this should give us some nice dark edges, hopefully. See if I can get that blended. coming along. It's going to be the perfect Halloween sky for my witch. Almost done. All right, there we have a spooky sky. Okay, let me do something about this mess here. And I want to just wipe my fingers off real quick. Okay. So now we can pull off the mask and take a look at our moon. There we go. And I think this has done its job. It's pretty inked up. I'm going to get rid of it this time. Pretty cool moon. All right. Now I am going to bring in this fun branch that I have. This is a Stampscapes stamp, and you can see the years there. It's been in my stash for a really long time, and I love using this. It's just got that spooky look to it, and you can use it for whatever. Stampscape stamps are still out there, so you can look for that. It doesn't have a name for that particular stamp, but it's just a branch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up with my Memento Black ink pad. Hello, thanks for joining me and thanks for saying hi. I appreciate it. Okay, so we are going to come down here from the corner and just create some spookiness. So there is that. We'll come over here. Fun. Actually, before I put my branches on, I wanted to do a little something else, but I think we can still work it out. And I'm going to bring this one over this way. Fun. Okay, I'm going to give that just a few seconds here to dry, and while it's drying, I will clean my stamp off. and I will show you my witch. I went ahead and stamped her and colored her up with my Stampin' Up! Blends. I cut her out with my Scan and Cut. I sparkled up her hat with some black distress stickles, or black stickles, and I also glistened up her cape with a little wink of Stella. I colored her face and her hands green because she's a witch. And I gave her some bloodshot eyes because look at those eyes bugging out. She also has a wart on her chin and a wart on her nose. And she is from Stampotique. If you like stamps like her and all kinds of other weird characters, this is the place to go. I have a whole drawer full of really strange characters. She is by the artist Janet Klein for Stampotique. She doesn't have a name. There is a number on there, 9242. I don't know if that means anything, but stampotique.com is where you can go look for her. Okay, so let me get her out of the way. And I'm just going to bring a little spritz of water into my hand here, and I wanted to do a little bit of distressing on my background. And I don't know if it's going to affect the black. I don't think so. My branches, hopefully not. That's what I was going to do before I stamped my branches, but I forgot. So we'll just do it now. That's okay. Okay, so there you can kind of see that. A little spooky. All right. Okay, so now then I have got a little bit of some Granny Apple Green cardstock here that I am going to mount this to. Have a really fun sentiment stamp for the inside too that is actually a Diana Markham stamp. So this is just going to layer up onto this green and be some nice Halloween colors. And then I've got a black card base to attach that to, and I just need to give that a little bit of a score here with my bone folder. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's fun to create spooky backgrounds, I think. Oh, I've got a couple of new things to show you at the end that came in the mail the other day. All right, here we go with this. All right, and I will set that aside and bring in my inside piece here. And this cute stamp, Witchy, Witchy, Screamy, Screamy, Happy, Happy, Halloweeny. Diana Markham from 1998. And the stamp is called Screamy, Screamy if you want to go looking for it. I'm guessing you would need to look on the secondary market somewhere for it. This was put out by Stamp Passions at the time, and I've had it for quite some time, and I love it. All right, so let me just get this inked up. I'm inking it up with my tuxedo black memento pad. Okay, let's see if I can get this on here semi-straight. There we go. Not too bad. And then I've just got a couple of the Stampin' Write markers here. I don't mind using regular markers like this for things on the insides of cards, or if it's not something that you think somebody's going to save, because this type of marker and even your dye ink pads will fade over time, you know, especially if they're in any sunlight or anything like that, where the alcohol-based markers and inks and stuff like that, they are way more permanent of color. Of course, I think it's best to keep anything like that out of direct sunlight if you want it to last. So there that is, and then I'm just going to go around that little border. That color that I used there, that yellow, is Daffodil Delight, and this one is Highland Heather. I didn't want it to be a real black purple. I still wanted you to be able to tell that it was purple, and it actually ends up going pretty well with the purples on the front of the card. So our plan for dinner tonight, while I'm doing this, is there's a new up the road at the next city up from ours, which is Lincoln City. We're in Newport on the Oregon coast. Anyway, up there, it's about 26 miles from us. They have one of those food truck or food cart, whatever you want to call them, places where there's several of them all there, and then they built a new building that you can go sit inside after you get your food. There's also lots of picnic tables and things set up outside. So after you have visited the food trucks and got whatever your choice of food is, you can sit down and eat it either inside or outside. Inside they've got, I think, all kinds of beers and things on tap, which we're not really, we just don't drink that kind of stuff much. And but I'm sure they have pop and stuff like that too. So we've been wanting to try it and we just haven't yet, so I figured this is a good time before our summer totally gets away from us. That way, if we want to sit outside tonight, it should still be nice enough to do that, I'm hoping. Or we'll go sit inside. I think it'll probably be a busy weekend here, being the last holiday weekend and before school starts. There will probably be lots of tourist activity going on, I'm sure. Okay, so there we go. Witchy, witchy, screamy, screamy, happy, happy Halloweeny. Okay, so let me just get some adhesive on here and I will put it on the inside, and then we'll get our witch on the front. I thought she went along well with the Freaky Friday Creations hashtag. I'm excited to play along with that. Okay, so there is the inside, and let's bring Miss Witchy Poo over here and get some. I'm going to use black dimensionals, and these are from Stampin' Up. What's kind of cool about when you order black dimensionals is you get both sizes in the package. You get the little ones. I have this little one cut to put over here on her hand. I think it will go there. You get both sizes in the package. Sometimes I forget to use them, and then after I've got my project together, it's like, oh, I should have used black dimensionals, but this time I remembered. Okay, I want a little something there on the broom so I can cut a piece. That might work. Still a little too wide. I'll just trim it a bit. All right, there we go. And then I just want for each of her, down on her boots or her feet or whatever, and this is still going to be too thick or too wide. Needs a really skinny piece. Whoa! Okay, let me see if I can actually cut this in half. It's so skinny already. I love my little non-stick scissors. They work great when it comes to doing stuff like this. Okay, let's see how I did here. Perfect. Now where'd my other skinny little piece go? There it is. Yay. Okay. Yep, those don't show. And then maybe one little piece up there on her hat, just so it doesn't catch on something, putting it in and out of an envelope, you know what I mean? Okay, I don't see any of them peeking out, so I think we're good. All right, here we go. Oh, I need one more there. I'll just put a little one. Okay, Miss Witchy Poo. Fly me to the moon. Okay, so I have got some Peacock Papers Confettios. Who knows where I got these from? Probably Dollar Tree or somewhere. But anyway, I have some bats. So I want to sprinkle a few bats around. That's good enough. And let me just bring in some art glitter glue and my new little jewel picker. And we will put some bats on here. And there you have it. Eek! Oh, she cracks me up with her bugged out eyes. Yep, a little sparkle here and there. I think she turned out pretty cute. So there is that. Now let me show you my what I got in the mail. So from My Creative Time, I picked up the Sweet Gingerbread Person die set. So you've got the gingerbread, and this is like the frosting that goes around the edges. And here you've got the little frosting for the wrists and ankles. And then there's a fun candy cane in here, a bow, and a lollipop right here. You've got the inside and the outside and the stick, or you can just make peppermints and make candies. And then you've got dies for the face. You can also stamp the face if you didn't want to use the dies. And that is the Sweet Gingerbread Person. And there is the information. And again, it's from My Creative Time. And there is another set that coordinates with this one that's got littler ones in it. Two different ones, I think a boy and a girl. And then I also grabbed the border frame, XOXO border frame dies. I've been seeing these on a lot of people's YouTube channels that they have used, and I really like it. And I like the big XOXO that you get there too. So there's 4 different size frames to use. And I thought that was really cute. So that is my new things there. And then Miss Witchy Poo here. And that is my Friday fun day for this time. Thank you. I thought it needed a little something, and I didn't really want to put a greeting on the front, so I thought the bats were just the right touch there. Yeah, so fun. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. I appreciate a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I hope to be back for some Saturday morning makes tomorrow. So come back and visit again. And you can also search that hashtag tomorrow, SatMornMakes, and see what everybody else is creating. And don't forget to go visit Susan's channel again when I'm done and get this video uploaded. I will put her link below in the description box. Susan Tootsie Tucker. Okay, thanks so much. See you next time. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.